You know, if you look at him, he doesn't look like a tough guy. He doesn't look like the toughest dude. And I had that exact same problem. Like, I look like a young kid and I look like a little baby face, just like him. Everybody, when there's new blood in the team, like everybody that goes with them wants to, you know, show them what it's like to be with the pros, especially as an amateur coming up. So I mean, he has guys his weight that are killers. He has Gareth Bursky, that's probably the strongest guy in this gym, and he fights at 61 and 66 kilograms. He has Marino, who's a title contender at that weight division. He has Eric, who's brilliant. So I mean, he has some guys who, especially like if you look at a guy like Gareth Bursky, like that guy's not going to take it easy on anybody. He wants to break every single person that comes in here, especially if it's his weight or not. So, you know, and he's a very strong guy, and he's in his 30s, coming up against Cammy. He's a little bit smaller. He's just, you know, he hasn't even had a pro fight. So I was a little bit scared of that, just to think like these guys are going to try and break him, and I was in that same position. It's a tough year. It's a tough first year and a half. Like, you're not winning one round in this gym. You're not winning one round. Every single person you go against is literally beating you up. Like, there was a worse guy than you in the gym, you are the new worst guy in this gym. Like, nobody's gonna lose to you. You're not winning a round. And it was really cool to see him just embracing that, you know, getting beat up every single day. And that's where the men are separated. Like, we really have that. We have so many talented amateurs that we send up to the pros, and they just don't last. Like, they'll really reconsider, listen, do I want to do this for a career, when they start training the pros. So it was cool to see him just embracing it and, you know, showing how tough he really is mentally and physically. It was a few months and he was right up there. I mean, he made that gap smaller of being the new guy on the team to being one of the good guys on the team a lot faster than I did. And it's really cool to see, because he had the opportunity that I didn't, to be trained before being a professional. I had the privilege of coaching him while I was being taught by my coach. I could coach him for 3-4 years before he went over as a professional. Well, I didn't have that, so I had to learn everything from new against professional guys. So that's also to show how far the sport has come, and this is the new generation of guys. So it's really cool to see, like, you have the smart, like the tough guy fighter. It's not the guy, the best fighters anymore. The best fighters are the guys that are willing to learn, the smart guys, the guys that are focusing on the technique, and the guys that, even though they don't look tough, I mean, everybody needs to be tough in this game, otherwise you'll never make it, and he definitely has that.
But now he's back. He's endorsing this kid, Cameron Saaiman, as he embraces Dricus and Plessis.
Cameron Saaiman!
Yeah, getting knocked out sucks, but I understand it's part of the process, and it was fun moving, maybe just not moving directly over, but shifting more from getting my ass kicked to learning more, not struggling, not feeling like you're just surviving it during a training session, but now you picking up new techniques and fundamentals and how people use their energy and stuff like that. And I could definitely use that and steal those ideas from the other pros, and then use that when I train against them as well. So it was pretty cool to do that, but it wasn't easy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at CIT we are known for that, our sparring sessions. We are known for being a very tough gym when it comes to, but a whole lot of people make the mistake to think we are old school and we don't develop like in new ways. We are just banging it out, sparring hard every day. That's not the truth. Like, the problem is when you get elbowed in the face, it's not fun at all. And you don't want to experience that for the first time in a fight. The first one hard elbow you don't want to get that in a fight, because you're going to be shocked and you're not going to be able to even continue that fight. You're going to have a fright when that happens. So, I mean, in the gym, you have to get that knowledge. You have to know, listen, this is what it feels like to get kneed in the face. It's not fun, and it's only going to happen once or twice, and then you're going to realize I have to make sure that does not happen again. So you do what you have to do. And that's essentially what we try and do, especially in the beginning of the amateurs coming through. And it's a tough process, because you do lose a lot of good fighters like that. But being good just isn't good enough. There's a lot of good guys out there, and everybody that fights professionally is good. You need something else, and that's what we're looking for at CIT, and that's why, like, we've lost fights, sure, but we do never lose a fight that's not a good one. We never not put up a fight, because that's one thing we make sure of, and our coach, he believes in that, and that's what he passes down onto all the other coaches, coaching the amateurs, all of that, and that's what our team believes in is, if you can make it, if you can take it, you can put up a good fight. If you can take the punishment, and if you can be tough, if you tough it out, you're already winning 50% of that fight.
I'm looking forward to getting harder fights, getting more top-ranked opponents, and definitely the dream is to compete in the UFC and be a UFC champion one day. I don't think I'll ever be as good as Dricus or better than him. And I think it's not a competition. He's